chapter 10, verse 5.
Go ahead, read.
These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying,
Commanded them, saying what?
go not into the way of the Gentiles,
Christ commanded us not to go into the way of the Gentiles.
and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
He said, any city of Samaritans, do not go. Go ahead.
But go rather.
Go where?
But go rather
He says, go rather.
to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Our filthy nature set all our minds astray. Lord, avenge us, the filthy nations. They point and laugh in our face. They look like what a disgrace, but rebellion, what's the case? Pray my enemies taste defeat, so sweet on their coming day. Pray the spirit overcometh, my soul for the bombs lay. Pray the spirit overcometh, my soul for the bombs lay.
Grow weary, I can feel the spirit. I can feel the spirit. I can feel the spirit. I see white so clean. We gon' be redeemed. I see white so clean. We gon' be redeemed. Don't grow weary. I can feel the spirit. Can't you feel the spirit? Can't you feel the spirit? I see white so clean. My slate white clean. I see white so clean. My slate white clean.
The Most High is my rest, taming my strength in my refuge. Taking that power back with a strong hand from the Almighty. Lord, sit down hither at my right hand and watch me turn our enemies into thy footstool. Take back the land.
Shabbat Shalom, y'all. Shabbat Shalom. All right, so today class called Food for Death. And also pray for Melanie, his household. They ill, they kind of sick. So pray for them. But the title of the day is Food for Death. So we know that some of us know that the food industry and the pharmaceutical industry got some in common. They got some in common. So guess who? So whoever owned the pharmaceutical business, they own the food industry too. Give me that link in the chat. I know Tim probably know more about it too.
I'm gonna test the audio. I'm gonna test the audio right quick. I'm gonna pull it up.
All right. Go to that link. It's a Google link. That link I had sent. It's a Google link. Yeah, right there. The Google link. Yep. So whoever want to read that.
Hold on. What you put in the search?
No, you can type it. You can just go down right here, and just hit the show more. All right. So read some of them.
What did you search for? I'm putting the reference in there.
I said the farmer and the farm and the food industry.
Okay. All right. Are you good?
You can see it? All right, get started. When we gonna start?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, gonna start.
Just started AI overview.
Yeah, you can look at that.
Okay. Mitsubishi Corporation, Osaka Holdings, and Nestle are examples of companies that have interest in both the food and pharmaceutical industry.
So these companies right here, they have some hand in hand. So the pharmaceutical, what the pharmaceutical is, y'all?
Medicine.
Medicine. And then you got the food that we consume. So it made me think like, okay, these folks hand in hand. So I'm looking at our people getting sick on a daily basis by just eating the food and then going to the doctor trying to tame the disease that they got, but really ain't helping it, but making them sicker. So these major companies got something hand in hand. They got something in common. So they fun. Okay, we're gonna eat this food. Now they get sick. Now you gotta go to the doctor and get this the medicine. Keep reading. Man, go down, Ezra. Go up. My bad. Go up a little bit. Start at Nestle. You can just get that. Now we familiar with Nestle, right?
Okay.
Like some of their foods, you know what I'm saying, that we probably got in the house that we eat. Yeah, but this same company got a pharmaceutical company, a business that that we eat their food, we get sick, then we go to the doctor and get their same medicine. That's crazy. Keep going.
Nestle has a health science unit that develops products to prevent and treat ailments like
Diabetes.
Cardiovascular disease,
It's like a heart disease. Keep going.
and Alzheimer's disease.
And Alzheimer's disease. So if you look at this, a lot of our people leading in diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and Alzheimer's disease. Our people leading these diseases right here. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Nestle fund the pharmaceutical business too. So guess what? Why are people getting sick? Just the folks to get richer and richer in the pharmaceutical business. All right, go down. Matter of fact, we just use these folks. Now go to that video.
There's some gems in there too, boy.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it'll just Google me a product, and we just look at the ingredients right quick. Yeah, I should. Yeah. Give me a Nestle product. I want to see the ingredients. Let's give me the worst one.
Anyone, really.
Yeah, any one. See the baddest one. You can just pick one. Whatever you think that's bad for our people.
Cereal.
Chocolate. Yeah.
All right, so you can get the hot cocoa. I know a sister can't really ask for hot cocoa early.
I'm gonna read that.
Get the hot cocoa, yeah. Yeah.
Ingredients.
I read that.
Ingredients. Sugar.
Sugar.
Dairy products.
We know this sugar really, the sugar that they put in here is really bad for us to consume. It give us arthritis, gout, all types of stuff. Keep going.
Sugar, dairy products, solids. Corn syrup solids.
What it say? Corn syrup solid. That's bad. Keep going.
Coca processed with alkali, hydrogenated vegetable oils.
We already know that the vegetable oil bad for us. That's bad. That's bad.
Very.
So the people right here got a pharmaceutical company. Read it.
Test. Especially when they say hydrogenated, that's like trans fat. You know, so it coagulates, it's real thick, type of oil that clogs your arteries.
Yes. Right.
Cause cancer and all that. It blocks blood flow.
So what they pharmaceutical treat when he said clogged artery, what they treat?
Heart disease.
Cardiovascular disease. Yeah. When he just said clogged the arteries, which they can mess up our heart. They give us a heart attack. Wow. What else? A stroke?
Diabetes.
We just said diabetes, yeah. Keep going.
Coconut and or palm kernel and or soybean.
Soybean. Now the soybean can make men what? Yeah, feminine. Can make them be feminine. Even the women can't consume a lot of soy.
Yeah, that shit bad for you.
Keep going.
2%. Transformer.
All right.
2% or less of cereal color.
What did it say again?
2% or less of cereal color. It's like a caramel color.
Keep going.
What's that?
Yeah.
Dipotassium.
Hey, hold up. Hey, Elsa, just read that for me right quick, can you? None ain't. Yeah, I just want to read.
All right, caramel color, dipotassium phosphate, cellulose gum.
Explain it right there, Elsa.
Shit. I mean, whoops. Contaminants,
yep.
toxins.
All right, keep going.
That's all I know. Like, acid casein.
Acid casein.
Yeah, from milk. Salt, acesulfame potassium. Mono and diglycerides.
Monodiglyceride.
And you have to be careful with some of that.
Yeah, you got to be real careful with this.
Because some of that's pork derived.
Yup.
Yeah.
Now keep going.
Sodium aluminosilicate.
Whatever that is.
Sodium hydroxide.
See, if we don't even know what this stuff mean, in these products, and we still consume it. And these folks right here, the Nestle have a pharmaceutical company, and they say they treat for diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and what is it, Alzheimer's, and all that stuff right there cause all them diseases. And our people consume this, and our people sick on a daily basis. Now go back. Matter of fact, you can just close it right here. We just want one ingredient. Now go to that video. Yeah, that jump right there. Yeah, so it's something. The food industry and the pharmaceutical companies, they join hand in hand. Like I'm gonna get you sick, you gonna come back. We're gonna get them sick, so we're gonna come back to the pharmaceutical, and then you know what I'm saying, they get their little urge or something to eat the same food that they gotta go right back to the pharmaceutical. So they join hand in hand. They the same. Play that video whenever you can.
So here's me. I'm the food corporation. He's the drug corporation, and we're doing this. Hey, let's go ahead and shake hands and let's make some more money off of the people out there.
I like you so much.
Let's get them sick.
Yes.
You provide all the stuff that helps with the symptoms, but they'll never feel better.
Right.
But we're just going to keep making money off of them. Were you in?
Keep them alive long enough.
Yeah, you're in?
We milk them, we don't slaughter them.
Yeah. Great.
I'm in.
Let's keep doing it. Yeah.
Let's go.
And then we sit in the back and we watch and we go, ha ha ha, look at that person over there in the hospital. Oh, we don't even know their name. They're just another number, but we're getting paid.
Right.
That's the mentality that they have.
So you can start right. Look, what it sound like, y'all? That sound like a damn drug deal. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say? Yeah, so they don't care if you sick. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, like you said, we're gonna give you the medicine to help to tame that symptom, but really not helping them out. They just gonna look over their man in the bed dead. So guess what? We're gonna give him some more. If he, you know what I'm saying? They trying to knock population down. Right. They don't cure it.
The Bible said they confederate against our people.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Now get the other video. It's another video. That one right there. The next one. No, right there. Yup. All right. So what we get out of there, y'all? What we see out of that? Yeah. What we get out of that? They in partnership. They got a deal together. So I'm gonna feed these Whoppers, these Big Macs. While you keep eating these, guess what? They making medicine just for that treatment that that disease that you got there from. No, it was just a short video. Just a short. So now it just proved that the pharmaceutical and the food industry got something together. Like the food industry own a pharmaceutical business. You get what I'm saying? I said read it, play it. I ain't used to.
One of the scariest models, and I'm sure you could find it and pull it up. One of the scariest models I've ever seen It's like almost like a pie chart, but it's a circular chart expanding outwards. It shows four major companies. Okay, and these companies, these conglomerates, own these big pharma companies, and these big pharma companies are also the same ownership structure as the big food companies. So when you look at this stuff and you see that the major corporation here in the center not only owns the ones that are making your drugs, they're the ones that are producing your food. So now when you look at that, how much more of a perfect, I don't want to say this in a weird way, but how much more of a perfect entrepreneurial venture is it to make food in a certain way, to get your population to suffer a certain type of effect, to then need your medications, and then the cycle just progresses and progresses and progresses.
So they just keep on going. They still getting victims after victim after victim. They just keep going. They killing our people. They ain't gonna really just say it directly. It's talking about our people, but it actually is. Our people consume all this stuff. We have consumers in this state, in this country. Yeah. So guess what? The more all this food that's in these stores, like Nestle, all them companies, man. Go and talk.
Just like you were saying, it's a never-ending cycle because the foods that kill you gonna be in what neighborhood? Our neighborhoods.
Black neighborhoods, yeah.
When you go into the Jewish side, they Kroger, they don't have none of the stuff that we have in our Kroger.
Yeah, it was a video that said, why do they have an aisle that say a healthy aisle? Mm-hmm. Why would they say that? Because around that healthy aisle, all the food that's around is bad. You get what I'm saying? So when our people keep on consuming this stuff, like, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to stop eating all this stuff, just being real. Cause even from the vegan food, it making people catch cancer.
Man, what?
So we gotta be careful what we eat, and what we gotta do, y'all. We gotta keep these laws and what? Faith in Christ, that's good. I like that. Yeah. What else though? We should trust. Man, if you grow your own food, the land still corrupt. So who you gonna get the seeds from? The crops. So what we gotta do, we can't never trust our enemy. We put too much trust. We put too much trust in them. Give me us Rock 12 and 10. We put a lot of trust in them, from food, the doctor, what else, y'all? Everything. And I think Kyle gonna go into that. All this stuff. Now read that, verse 10. Just read verse 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What did it say again?
Never trust thine enemy.
So guess what? Even they offer you some medicine and all that, should we trust that? It making our people sick. It killing our people off. And I'm not saying not to go to the doctor if you got like a major injury or something like that. But when it comes to that, never trust thine enemy, for like as what?
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So guess what? So it compared his wickedness to iron that's rusted. So we're going to see it. We're going to see their weakness, what they trying to do. They say it's okay to take these COVID shots. It's okay to take these blood pressure medicine. All this stuff destroying our people. And then they give us food. They give us all this food, but it's actually poison. So is it really food? No.
Message.
Give me Job 13:4 right quick. And I ain't gonna really go into too much on that talk. I know Kyle gonna go more into it. Mama switch in a minute.
This is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are foragers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
So who giving these pharmaceuticals out? I'm talking about what? What's their occupation? Physicians, doctors. So they call themselves a doctor. I say it like that. Because it said, but ye are forgers of lies. So guess what? These doctors, I heard they lie. They liars.
You know, they had changed it from being doctors to practice. It's a practice, because if you say that you know something, then you lying, because all you're doing is practicing. Medicine is practice.
See, the thing is about that, physicians really don't even know what they're giving to people. Because it's like one time, they were saying we got to get a shot and stuff like that. And when that COVID stuff started coming around, And I asked him, like, man, what's in that COVID shot? Well, he just they couldn't really tell me. They were like, well, it's just you can just take a shot. It's just for COVID. They really can't tell you what's in it. Even the shots what the kids take, on a regular, they can't tell you what's in it. They don't know. They just giving it because it's their occupation. It's just a job, and they really not a physician. So, right. So it said, but ye are forgers of lies. So guess what? The people I ain't saying it's some good doctors out there, y'all, but it's majority of the doctors that's working for these companies is liars. Mm-hmm. It's liars. So it said, but ye are forgers of lies, and ye are what?
Ye are all physicians of no value.
It said, ye are all physicians of no value. They don't have no value, but keeping our people sick. That crafty counsel. Now give me it show you a real physician. Give me a Sirach 38. Start at verse 1.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 38, verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him.
Huh? Say it again.
Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him.
So, name me some real physicians, y'all. Dr. Sebi, give me another one. What you say? I got to Google that person. Dr. Champion. Dr. Champion. And why they good physicians?
They offer herbs.
If it say it right here, keep going.
For the Lord have created him.
He said what?
For the Lord have created him.
So the Most High, he created Dr. Sebi. He created Dr. Champion. He created the man you had said. Keep going.
Verse 2. For of the Most High cometh healing.
So what the healing coming from?
For of the Most High cometh healing.
It said, for of the Most High cometh healing. So guess what? If you taking the herbs and all these type of medicine, guess what? If it ain't of the Most High, it ain't gonna heal you. So guess what? The healing come from who?
The Most High.
The Most High. Keep going.
And he shall receive honor of the king.
He said, and he shall receive honor of the king. So they gotta get if you're a real true physician, you got to give the glory to the Most High, because he the one that do the healing. Keep going.
The skill of the physician shall lift up his head.
He said the skill of physician shall lift up his head. Keep going.
And in sight of great men, he shall be in admiration.
In the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. Like we always talk about Dr. Sebi. Keep going.
The Lord have created medicines out of the earth.
What did it say again?
The Lord have created medicines out of the earth.
The Most High, he created medicine out of the earth. But we see what's going on in these pharmaceutical stuff. They putting all type of additives, all that type of stuff. They putting poison in the food, which is not food. Keep going.
And he that is wise will not abhor them.
So he said, he that is wise will not abhor them, which is the medicine. You ever seen, like you be on take some herbs and stuff like that, right? You ever seen a doctor talk against them herbs that you take?
Mm-hmm.
It's
not tested by the FDA.
Yeah, they be like, nah, you need to take these shots right here. What you taking gonna take a while before you can kick in. Oh, it ain't gonna work. But it'll help you right here to help you out real quick. No. They abhor what the Most High created. Now, I ain't gonna be on here this long. Now I'm for the switch. The food for death.
Can I say something, King? It's a clip. It's a clip with Dr. Sebi, and he was talking about sea moss and all the benefits of it. And when he went down a list of all the benefits of sea moss, and he concluded, he was like, look, I'm saying all this to you, but I didn't create this. He said, I didn't create sea moss. God created sea moss.
See, he gave the glory to the Most High.
Yes.
Like he didn't do the healing. He just did what the Most High gave him to do. Mm-hmm. He gave the glory to the Most High.
If you even look at, Dr. Sebi had a video. We don't have to pull it, but he was saying your stool, in other words, your waste, your boo-boo. He said it should be so clean that you should be able to do it in your hand. Shouldn't smell it.
You do, baby.
Yeah. It should be that pure. But to know what's in our food is dangerous, they created something called waste management. Why do you need to manage my waste? Because it's toxic. Right? The Most High made us in a way that when we consume food, it comes out the body, it can go back into the earth. But now they have to manage your waste because it's so toxic.
It give off a gas too.
Lord have mercy.
It'll actually explode. Y'all seen that movie a long time ago? It's called what is it called? National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. So when he emptied all that waste out of his trailer into the ground, and all that steam was coming about it, that was gas, and it actually blew up.
I think it's methane gas.
Right? Yeah. So we want to be careful of that kind of stuff.
Damn.
So what does it really prove right here, man? This is a real physician that actually giving the honor to the Most High and knowing that the medicine out of the earth come from the Most High He created, and that's the one we need to use. And this food industry and this pharmaceutical stuff, man, is really killing our people. We got family members that died from diabetes and stuff like that, and major diseases.
Man.
So we need to get in. We need to be more health conscious. I'm talking about myself too, about what we consume. Like everything defiled in this land, y'all. Everything.
Listen.
Even from the health stuff, all this stuff defiled. But we need to be conscious about it, what we put in our body. If we don't know what it, like we read some dyes and stuff, we don't know what they mean and all that type of stuff, man, we probably don't need to eat it. We don't need to eat it. Go to the video 3. No, I ain't got it. Oh, you got it. All right, read that.
Sirach 30 and 15.
Yep. Let me see verse 14, Ella. You can read 15.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 30, verse 15.
I got to get used to that. You got to say Sirach.
Sirach, chapter 30, verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold.
What did it say again?
Health and good estate of body are above all gold.
So guess what? A man that's rich, that got money, don't got good health, that don't mean his life don't mean nothing. So it said what's more important than gold is what? Health and good estate of the body. Keep going.
And a strong body above infinite wealth.
A strong body above infinite wealth. So you got to guess what? Like Israel just said, your temple. You got to take care of that temple. You got to take care of it. Now read verse 16.
Verse 16. There is no riches above a sound body.
What did it say again?
There is no riches above a sound body.
He said there is no riches above a sound body.
Perfect.
Keep going.
And no joy above the joy of the heart.
He said, and no joy above the joy of the heart. So guess what? Man, we gotta watch what we put in our temple. Just being honest with y'all. We really. Verse 17.
Verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Continual sickness.
He said death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Like it's some people that want to die, don't even want to suffer in their sickness.
I'll say something. When you look at verse 14, it says, better is a poor man, right? That his body is healthy than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. What they make me think about is these rich people that constantly have to get heart transplant after transplant.
Rothschild.
The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, these people trillionaires.
But they sick.
But they sick because they want to prolong their life. They have to use their money to prolong their life, literally. Mm-hmm. So they have to keep getting new hearts. And because of that, somebody who actually need a heart have to fall down on their list, and it's all part of their pharmaceutical company because the money buys that, right? Mm-hmm. So a person that need their heart, like a young child or somebody that may need their heart, can't get their heart because some billionaire got the money to pay for it.
The money
and they can't afford it.
So you really what you just spoke about the lesson last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Taking, harvesting the souls of Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to say?
I was just gonna add to what my brother Tim was saying. They can give the word. These rich philanthropists or these rich families can give the word to the hospital. Look, we got 5 patients in here on the verge of death. We can save them, but do you need any type of limb or organ or something like that? Right. Yeah, they gonna put them out.
So everything really evolve around the Israelites, y'all. I'm talking especially from sickness. Like they know if you go to, we had went to a museum in Jackson about 5 years ago, and they had a diet how we used to eat, and they had some certain foods that we was allergic to. You know what I'm saying? They kill our people, and you don't think they know us now? They know what we allergic to. They know that what we can't eat, like riboflavin, Natsine, all that type of stuff. Look at us. Why you think we all bloated? We allergic to that. We allergic to that.
Harvesting the souls of the Israelites.
Yeah. So the pharmaceutical and the food industry got something in common together. They hand in hand. They the same. So I'm gonna feed you this to make you sick, and you're gonna run right back to them to get the medicine. You know what I'm saying? To keep our blood pressure high. Keep on saying, oh man, you got diabetes and all that. They want us to go right back to them to get their medicine. Now I'm finna switch right quick. Give me the next video, Ezra. Now I'm finna switch the food for death. So when we have a famine, lack of food, what's gonna happen? What people gonna start doing?
Robbing.
Dying. Same thing. Dying. Now read it. I said, I gotta get used to the video thing. Yeah, though. Yep. Now pay attention to this video, y'all. This video happened like 3 years ago. But you still could bring it in today. And I used to work in retail, and what they doing, we did the same thing at Walmart before.
What's up with this? Aisle after aisle of folding chairs. And look at this store. The shelves filled with giant plastic piggy banks.
Every single aisle has these piggy banks here.
Nope, it's not the latest craze. They're decoys. It's a tactic many stores are using to fill empty shelves at a time when the nation's experiencing major shortages of pretty much everything due to the supply chain crisis.
What a supermarket is trying to do is hide the fact that there are shortages. They don't want to scare consumers at all.
Shopping expert Phil Lempert says there's method to the madness. Empty shelves can spark panic.
They also want to prevent hoarding from taking place the way it did in the beginning of COVID.
This store actually covered their empty shelves with a giant image of packed shelves. Fake food covering up empty shelves, tweeted the shopper who spotted the ruse, so people won't notice the cupboard is bare. And this drink's fridge sure looks full, but open it up, it's practically empty. Other stores are using a different tactic, spreading out the goods they have an abundance of.
They're taking frozen pizza, for example, that maybe just you saw one of before, and now you might see 6 or 7.
See, when I used to work at Walmart, we used to do this right here. When it ain't a lot of stuff on the shelf, we had to take certain items to spread it out to seem like the shelf full. Now, kind of go back a little bit, Ezra. Start from right there. Yep.
And they spend big money to research stuff like that.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Practically empty. Other stores are using a different tactic, spreading out the goods they have an abundance of.
They're taking frozen pizza, for example, that maybe just you saw one of before, and now you might see 6 or 7 of them over a bigger area to hide those empty shelves.
Another example, moving cartons of milk to the front of the shelf to make it seem full.
We better get used to it. We're going to see higher prices, we're going to see more shortages, and frankly, we're going to see retailers try even harder to be able to mask the fact that their store is empty.
the lack of food, what's gonna happen? Folks gonna start dying, insurrections, like you said, robbery. So, guess what? This stuff gotta happen to this land right here. A food for a food for death. It gotta happen in this land. It gotta be a famine. It got to, because it's so much wickedness in this land. It's so much wickedness in the land. We're gonna get into it. Now, I'm not saying live by bread. You know, I ain't saying just live by bread. But give me Matthew 4:14 right quick. The food for death. All right, read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone.
What it say again?
Man shall not live by bread alone.
It said, man should not live by bread alone. So you need something that go with that bread. Keep going.
But by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
So we need to go by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Every word. Not a little bit, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. So the Most High showed a thing, like he's showing us what we need to do through the scriptures, or the times of famines that came in the time with our forefathers them. Like, so guess what? We shouldn't live by bread alone. We should live by what? Every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. So guess what? We got to prepare ourselves. We got to prepare ourselves. Now go on and give me 2 Ezra 6:22 right quick.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
It said what?
And suddenly.
It said suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Suddenly, quickly. It ain't gonna be nothing. Like he was saying, like by years past, guess what? The shelves gonna be emptier and emptier. Have we ever just seen, it been a long time I seen the shelf full. Just being real. They spreading things out to make it seem like everything full, like we got it, but they really don't.
Man, what?
They wiping out everything, but this land right here gonna say, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Keep going.
And it's like it. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
So guess what? It's gonna be suddenly be found empty. It's gonna be empty. It ain't gonna be none in these stores. It ain't gonna be none in these stores, but guess what? It gotta happen. Food for death. Food for death. It gotta happen. Give me Psalms 107, verse 34. Why it gotta happen, y'all? Read it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 34. A fruitful land into barrenness.
Now, what that barrenness mean right there, y'all?
Emptiness.
Emptiness. Is America fruitful land? No, they a fruitful land. They a fruitful land. It said a fruitful land into barrenness. Gonna come empty. Keep going.
For the wickedness of them that dwell therein.
So what the famine gonna be for?
For the wickedness.
For the wickedness of them that dwell therein. The ones that wickedness. The ones that breaking God's commandments. The ones that pushing all this abomination around here. So guess what? Food for death. It gotta be for this the ones that wicked, the ones that break the commandments of God. Let me give you an example. Give me Revelation 18. Because we talking about Babylon. We talking about Babylon. Babylon is a fruitful land. Everybody want to be like Babylon. Verse 1.
This is the book of Revelations. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Keep going.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice.
He cried mightily with a strong voice. Keep going.
Saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
He said, Babylon the Great is fallen, which modern day Babylon is America. He said, saying Babylon the Great is fallen. Man, this place right here falling. The shelves empty. You see no more chaos going on. Planes falling out of nowhere. Folks dying left and right. Man, this place got to fall. Keep going.
Babylon the Great is fallen.
What did it say again?
Babylon the Great is fallen.
It's fallen.
Is fallen.
Keep going.
And is become the habitation of devils.
Man, this place become the habitation of devils. You see everything going on. You see every hateful thing that's in this land. So then guess what? This place gotta have a famine. This place gotta be destroyed. Keep going.
And the hold of every foul spirit.
And hold what?
And the hold of every foul spirit.
And it said, in hold of every foul spirit, from homosexual, transgender, all that type of stuff going on. Keep going.
And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
So they hold everything in this land. Keep going.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
See, that's why I know this land fruitful, because all the nations want to be a part of Babylon. All the nations they want to take whatever they got. They want to be just like them. Keep going.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
He said the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Keep going.
And the merchants of the earth are wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
So this how you know America is a fruitful land. Because they wax what?
Has waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Keep going.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her.
So it said, well, keep going.
Come out of her, my people.
He said, come out of her, my people. Like, you got to change that mind. Get away from sin. Keep going.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So we got to come out of her. We got to stop doing the things what they doing.
Listen.
For we don't be partakers of the sins, which what we talking about, y'all? What we talking about? Food for death. It's going to be burnings in the fruitful land. Whoever that's doing wicked going to be part of their burnings. So if you come out of her, don't do the sin that they commit, guess what? You ain't going to be partakers of her sin, and you won't receive of what? Receive not of what?
Not of her plagues.
Not of her plagues. Keep going.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Man, her sin have reached unto heaven. Keep going.
And God have remembered her iniquities.
Man, God ain't forget what these people did to his people. The slaughter, the rape, all types of stuff, giving us food, giving us pharmaceuticals that's killing our body, destroying our temple. Keep going.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Man, the Most High got to shake this place, y'all. He got to touch it. He got to touch it. Keep going.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
What did it say again?
And double unto her, double according to her works.
Like he finna make this place burn. Burnings. He finna destroy this place. A famine gotta hit this place. A food shortage gotta hit this place. But guess what? If we keep the commandments of God and have the faith in Christ, we won't see none of these plagues. Keep going.
In the cup which she have filled to her double.
Filled what?
Filled to her double.
Filled to her double. Keep going.
How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
Cause they feel like nobody can touch this land right here. That's how Babylon feel. They feel like they can't be touched. Pride. Keep going.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow.
That's what they saying. They saying they ain't going without. They don't see no pain. They don't see no sorrow. But guess what? Day by day that you see that Babylon falling. Through the stores, through the schools, through the pharmaceuticals, all that type of stuff. All this stuff is crashing. Keep going.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned.
Now go back to this. Said mourning and what?
morning, it's like you. Let me find it. Verse 9. Verse 8.
Start from
Therefore,
top. Yeah.
shall her plagues come in one day.
He said her plagues going to come in one day. Keep going.
Death and mourning and famine.
Guess what? This got to go. Once this fruitful land, it's a fruitful land, guess what? It got to come to a barrenness. It got to come to emptiness. Because of what? They wickedness. It got to be touched. Keep going.
And she shall utterly burn with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
It said, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. So we got to give him the glory that he got to shake this place.
All praise.
We got to give him the glory that all this stuff that's going on that we see. We got to thank the Father for this. Just being right. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see.
Remember, you got to read from the top, King.
Gotcha. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
So these kings, they're going to be crying over this place by all the riches that they gained from this place. Keep going.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Man, we seeing what's going on in this land, y'all. We see the judgment. We see the famous that going on in this land. We see the stores don't got nothing in it. They covering it up, spraying the stuff out for the emptiness in these stores. Man, we ain't seen a full shelf in a while. A lot of places here closing down. Yeah, they really even cutting hours, cutting folks. I'm talking about laying them off left and right in these stores, in these retail stores. So man, the Most High finna touch this place. He finna bring straight barrenness to this place, food for death. A lot of people gonna be dying. But what can protect us, y'all? Keeping the commandments, having the faith in Christ. Give me Ezekiel 14. Start at verse 12. So we got to come out of Babylon, y'all, before we won't receive the plagues of what they're going to receive.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 12. The word of the Lord came again to me, saying, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it.
He said what?
Then will I... Want me to start from the top?
Yeah, read from the top, please.
Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously.
He said, son of man, when the land sinned against me by trespassing grievously. So guess what? This land trespassed against the Most High. Keep going.
Then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof.
He said he will break the staff of the bread thereof. The Most High breaking this place. He breaking the bread. He breaking the staff of the bread here. He cutting the food. He making the food. He making a shortage of food here, and a lot of people gonna die. The food for death. Keep going.
And will send famine upon it.
He said what?
And will send famine upon it.
He will send what?
Famine upon it.
He said he will send famine upon it. Keep going.
And will cut off man and beast from it.
He said he will cut off man and beast from it. So not just man gonna be cut off, beast gonna die too. So what can help us, y'all? Keep reading.
Verse 14. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver, but their own souls.
Read it from the top again, King.
Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord God.
So what y'all get out of that? Right there, that verse. They kept the statues of the Most High. They kept the commandments of the Most High. They kept themselves in the commandments of God. That's how they deliver their soul. So when they said, "Come out of her, for you won't receive the plagues," it is won't receive the plagues that Babylon for they get. We got to keep the commandments of God. We got to be obedient. Give me my last scripture. Give me Psalm 33, 18. All right, read it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him.
He said, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him. We got to start showing fear to the Most High. That's where his eyes at. That's who he gonna have on reserve. He gonna protect them. He gonna be their refuge to them. Keep going.
Upon them that hope in his mercy.
He said, upon them that hope in his mercy, that have faith in his mercy, that he gonna save us from all this chaos. Keep going.
To deliver their soul from death.
To deliver their soul from death. Keep going.
And to keep them alive in famine.
What it say again?
And to keep them alive in famine.
He said, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. We got to have hope in his mercy. We got to have hope in his mercy. Read from the top again.
Verse 19. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine.
To keep them alive in famine. Man, food for death is coming, y'all. Lack of bread. But we gotta have faith. We gotta have faith in his mercy. We gotta show our fruit towards him. Keep going.
Verse 20. Verse 20. Our soul waited for the Lord.
He said, our soul waited for the Lord. Keep going.
He is our help and our shield.
So do we believe this? When it get tight out here? When you start seeing lack of bread? When you can't go to the store and feed your family?
To be honest, it's gonna show, because what you gonna do? You either gonna believe and hope in the Father, or you gonna become just like them.
And we really start seeing panicking in these stores now when they don't have everything what they want. They panicking because they don't have faith in the Most High. So for us to be protected, guess what we got to do? We got to stay in the commandments of God, for we don't receive the plagues that the Most High finna bring on this place. Yeah. Man, folks tripping by eggs right now. Say it again. Right. They cleared the aisles out. So every time some type of weather situation going on, they finna clear everything out. So guess what? Man, when you go to these stores, man, and you see all this stuff spread out, it seems like it's full. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Most High showing us, like you read about Joseph, like he had a dream about a family that's coming to Egypt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? They start preparing. The Most High showing us what's going on through the scriptures. Yep. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Nothing.
So guess what? Guess what we got to do? We believe in the Most High. We have faith, but by showing our faith, we got to put our hands to it. So guess what? I don't want to say that the brother and sister, man, starting next week, prayfully, man, bring a case of water or some type of canned good to fill these schools up, fill the school up, and also do it for your house. Cause guess what, man, we gonna need this. We gonna need this, y'all.
Yo, what you're saying is heavy. Basically, America is in a famine right now.
Right.
They're in a famine right now. They're not saying it, but they are in a famine. They're trying to make themselves seem strong, but they're really weak.
Yeah, right. See, they got a mask on. They got a costume on.
Yes.
You can tell by all these vanishing of these Trump laws. They couldn't follow these courts. Right. Yeah, so it's really gonna be. The family's really gonna hit America when, like he said, like Trump cutting all these, what they call it, tariffs. Cutting all this. Yeah, he cutting it off.
Just to add to what my brothers are saying, did y'all know last year, towards the end of the year, it was over 700 million chickens that they just burnt up? It was like two farms. I believe they like the two biggest farms for chicken. You know what I'm saying? They just all of a sudden just burnt them on fire. even though they think that they doing something, they think that they doing it, but the Most High is doing this because what the scripture said, he gonna do this because he want to see who gonna trust in him. He gonna put this famine on earth to see who gonna trust in him.
Read verse 21. Based on what you just said.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 21. For our heart shall rejoice in him.
He said what?
For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
So do we really trust in his holy name? Because it started to show in our lives just on a daily basis. Do we really trust in him? Do we really trust in him? And we really got to show, cause like the Most High finna strip everything from us, y'all. And he really gonna see like do we really trust in him? So man, starting next week, man, let's get the storehouse filled at the school, in y'all houses too. Water, canned goods, or something, brothers and sisters.
Okay. To those who have like a big backyard with no animals like cats, like these feed companies, they sell chickens. Well, you can go and get you some chickens and raise these chickens. You can have your eggs, your chicken. Then you can feed these chickens what you want in these chickens, so you ain't got to worry about them pumping them up full of these chemicals. And we got a sister that one tabernacle showed us how to slaughter a chicken. So, you know what I'm saying? We already got the resources to be trusting in the Most High. So, you know, it's like my brother was saying, let's just get on the ball. All praise to the Most High.
Guess what? Remember, y'all, if y'all ain't keeping the commandments, all this stuff ain't going to mean nothing. So we got to keep these commandments. In the faith in Christ, y'all.
All praise.
All praise to the Most High.
Perfect.
All praise the food for death. Food for death. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Food for death. Food for death. What King was bringing out, we need to reconsider. We need to really stock up the schools, stock your homes up with non-perishables. Why? Because you know that something is coming. Right? I'm going to flip it a little bit to our greediness.
Something's coming. Woo!
Right? Most of the sicknesses, all of the sicknesses that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans experience is found, me too, is found in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, and in Leviticus 26. Let me show you something. Food for death. And a lot of us don't understand this. This is why we indulge in the king's meat. Deuteronomy 28, give me verse 58. Watch this. Food for death. I pray after this you change your diet. And stay away from these are fast food places. Let me show you something. Deuteronomy 28. Go up. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Watch this. Read 15. Watch this. Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read it.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
read on,
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
There. So we're going to be, on today, we're dealing with the food, right? It says, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. The curses of food is death in the food, right? Move down to verse 18.
Verse 18.
Watch this.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Your children.
And the fruit of thy land.
Even of your land. So the fruit of the body, children, and the fruit of the land is cursed. Watch this. Read.
The increase of thy kind.
The increase of thine kind. Read.
And the flocks of thy sheep.
And the flocks of thy sheep. We eat sheep. I'm going to show you something about lamb in a minute. The lamb we eat ain't lamb. And a lot of you who like chicken, you're going to have to freeze up on that chicken. And chicken fillet and gutters. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. The Lord shall sit upon thee, cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do.
Come on.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until you be destroyed.
And until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Read verse 21.
The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee.
Stop right there. You know, a lot of our homes, even back in the day, were infested with pestilence. Roaches, rats, ants. Read.
Until he have consumed thee.
Continue.
From off the land, whither thou goest to possess it.
Read.
The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption.
What is a consumption for the bruise? Look it up. See, we got to know this. Strong's. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption. Consumption. Wasting disease. You see that? Wasting disease of the lungs. Right? Most of these curses is involved in the food that we eat. I'm going to show you that the food that the Most High gave us from the ground was to be used to heal you. Dr. Sadie said it a lot. The food you eat should be your medicine. Right? Continue.
The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever.
Fever. Come on.
And with an inflammation.
What is inflammation? Huh? Sweat. Look it up. Cancer. It goes right into it. It's not like the Most High gonna just say, boom, you got cancer. No, he's gonna cause what you eat to cause cancer. Inflammation. Burning fever. Right. So we understand what it is. Go back and continue. Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with an inflammation and with an extreme burning.
Come on.
And with the sword and with blasting and with mildew.
Mildew. Come on.
And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
You see that? Hold right there. 16. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Move on down a little bit more. Read verse 27. A lot of these curses that we're under involves the food that we eat. Read on.
Verse 27. The Lord will smite thee with the botch
of what?
Of Egypt.
Anybody know what a botch is? Sore, scabs. Read.
And with the emerods, and with the scab.
Come on.
And with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed.
Tumors. A lot of the food we eat causes tumors in your brain.
And then too, you ever just notice like when somebody got like severe diabetes, they always had like a open wound just happen, and they got to had to get their leg, their foot amputated. Like they had my grandma. Yep. Yeah, but they have open wounds, won't never heal. Take a long time to heal.
Read verse 33.
Verse 33.
Watch this.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
So who's getting the real good, authentic food? Your enemies. The rich of the rich. Right? Move down to verse 35.
Verse 35. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees.
In the what?
In the knees.
Uh-huh.
And in the legs.
Stop right there. Arthritis, gout, from the thing that we consume. Read on.
With a sore botch that cannot be healed.
Uh-huh.
From the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head.
Okay, hold right there. Come down to verse 39.
Verse 39. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them,
Uh-huh.
but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather of the grapes, for the worms shall eat them.
Read verse 40.
Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thine olive shall cast his fruit.
Read verse 42.
Verse 42. All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume.
Read verse 43.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now, what was the curse or the law in Israel if an animal dieth of itself? You shall not eat it, but you shall give it to who? This is what they doing. So put it in reverse. Right? The rich of the rich is rejoicing. They eating the top of the top. We're the low of the low. Right? And whatever dieth of itself, come on, send that stuff down there to Kroger's. Or Save-A-Lot. Or Super Low. Or Big Star, Cash Savers. Or Walmart. Come on down.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Uh-huh.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Uh-huh.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Move on down. Give me verse 48.
Verse 48.
Uh-huh.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
In what?
In hunger.
Say what?
In hunger.
Say what?
In hunger.
Food for death. You should serve the enemy for hunger. Come on.
And in thirst.
Thirst.
And in
food
nakedness.
for death. Thirst, water. I'm going to show you what's in the water in Memphis. Thirst. You're going to think twice before you go buy a bottle of water. You think that's saving you? Move on down. In thirst and what?
And in nakedness.
Come on.
And in want of all things.
Read.
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Read verse 50.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old.
No, he don't care about the old.
Nor shew favor to the young.
They don't give a damn about the young. Continue.
He shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
See, they're still eating the fruit of your cattle. This is ours. You go to work, we're going to have the best. Continue.
And the fruit of thy land.
Come on.
Until thou be destroyed.
Uh-huh.
Which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or
which
oil.
also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or what?
Or oil.
Or what?
Or oil.
Or what?
Or oil.
85% of the food that we eat, I can even say 90, we use oil. Even on your salads. Oil. Breakfast food using oil.
Get that all.
Oil. The oil. It says, also shall not leave thee corn, wine, or oil. Read.
Or the increase of thy kind.
Continue.
Or flocks of thy sheep.
Uh-huh.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed thee. Move down. Verse 53. This is what the enemy did to overtake us in 70 AD. Watch this.
Verse 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
Why did our ancestors eat the fruit of their bodies? Why were they eating their children? They cut all the water off in the famine. All the water and all the water and all the food. They said they were eating their babies. We're eating our babies now. You're eating babies.
Damn.
McDonald's. I'm going to show you. You're eating babies. I ain't no Richard the Rich.
Yeah.
You know, Rockefeller them coming down here to get something from Chick-fil-A. Out of all these chicken places, there's a high demand for chicken. You think they actually raising that many chickens, supplying everybody? You only get 2 breasts for 1 chicken. Think about that for a minute.
Hell no.
You get 2 breasts, 2 wings, 2 legs, 2 thighs. And you want a twin piece, and you think they just care about you just be raising chickens. You're eating your babies. Come on down, read.
The flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
In the vaccine, they use baby body parts. Have you ever heard of a partial birth abortion?
That's pagan, bro.
I don't want to show that because it might hurt some women or either men's psyche. I don't want to show it. But what they do, the baby is aborted and they pull the baby out. No, they pull it out and they leave the head in. And they get an instrument in there and they sever the head. No, I won't show that. And they use they sell the body parts for prices. And they use some of that stuff in making of the vaccine. Watch this. Everyone that took the vaccine is going to be the cause of the next outbreak. That's why they wanted people to take the vaccination. The vaccination is not going to do away with the outbreak. It starts the outbreak. Go ahead, King.
Read verse 53 again.
Verse 53, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
So this also happened in the famine in Samaria, when they were eating their own sons and their children. Give me 2 Kings 6, start at verse, to get to the point. Start at verse 28. And I know Kyle gonna bring it out. This is a curse that he just got done reading. It's also in Leviticus 26. That speak about that we're gonna eat our sons and stuff like that and our daughters. And the reason why they were eating their sons and daughters because they were breaking the commandments of God. Read that.
2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 28. And the king said to her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today.
He said, give thy son that we may eat him today. It was a famine. You know what I'm saying? In this same chapter, they were selling a donkey head. I think a donkey head, and they were selling dung. That's how bad it was. They couldn't eat. They had to eat anything. They were selling all this stuff, man. Read verse 28.
Verse 28. And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today.
He said, give thy son that we may eat him today. Y'all don't think this is happening again? We a cursed nation. We the one that breaking the commandments of God. Y'all don't think this stuff will happen again? Ain't nothing new under the sun. If you seen this right here in the scripture, guess what? It's going to happen again. 70 AD. At this time right here. Keep going.
And we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him.
So they boiled her son and they did eat him. Keep going.
And I said to her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him.
So they ate his son the day before they said, give thy son. The next day they want to eat him. Guess what she did?
And she hath hid her son.
So she hid her son. She don't want her son to be ate. So, man, if we not keeping the commandments of God, we can fall in line of this right here. And that's our safe net right there, y'all.
All praise to the Most High. Go back to Deuteronomy 28. Which verse did we leave off? 53. Okay. Move on down to verse 58.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 58.
Now, we just read about ailments and sicknesses in Deuteronomy 28 that came upon us. Read.
If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book,
Come on.
that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name,
Uh-huh.
the Lord thy God, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful,
He will make thy plagues wonderful. Come on.
and the plagues of thy seed,
Uh-huh.
even great plagues,
Even great plagues. Continue.
and of long continuance.
And of long, we've been going through this for a long time. Right? Read on.
And sore sickness.
And sore sickness.
And of long continuance.
And of long continuance. Food for death. Read it again, King 59.
Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful.
He will make your plagues unlike any plagues on earth there has ever been. Continue.
And the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues.
Of your children, of great plagues.
And of long continuance.
It's going to happen for a long time.
And y'all know, like, certain disease hereditary, like high blood pressure. That's hereditary. That's long continuance. Like, they think about it. That's a long continuance. Even certain family that got a bloodline with diabetes, it run through their family. Heart disease. That's long continuance.
I was just saying, like, look at the words it said. And then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful. That's gotta be some terrible stuff for him to use the extraordinary.
It's going to be unlike any other
amazing
plague. This is what he did to our people. Right, continue.
And sore sickness.
Sore sickness.
And of long continuance.
And of long continuance. Watch this. Read verse 60.
Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt.
He said, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt.
Which thou was afraid of.
Everything you was afraid of in Egypt, he's going to bring that on you. Watch this.
And they shall cleave unto thee.
They're going to cleave unto you. Continue.
And every sickness.
Every sickness.
And every plague.
And every plague.
Which is not written in the book of this law.
Watch this.
Them will the Lord bring upon thee. Until thou be destroyed.
Cancer is not written in this book. AIDS is not in this book. Gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes.
Boom.
Are not written in this book. But these is what he brought upon us. Right? Right. Okay. I told you earlier that the food in the first place was used to heal. Right? Give me Ezekiel 47, verse 12. And we're going to deal with that oil here shortly. Yeah. Ezekiel 47. Read verse 12.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 47 and verse 12. And by the river upon the bank thereof.
And by the river upon the bank thereof. This is in captivity. Come on.
On this side. And on that side.
Read.
Shall grow all trees.
Shall grow all trees.
For meat.
For what?
For meat.
For meat. You see that? That's in the kingdom. Read.
Whose leaf shall not fade.
Whose leaf shall not fade.
Neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed.
Neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. Come on.
It shall bring forth new fruit. According to his month.
You see that? Read on.
Because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary. And the fruit thereof shall be for meat.
The fruit thereof shall be for meat.
And the leaf thereof for medicine.
And the leaf thereof for medicine. You see that? Who? No, for medicine. Right? Give me Isaiah 38:21. Let's continue. What? Oh yeah, they'll take that and use it, but I mean it's plain upon tables. And the leaf thereof for medicine. It's plain upon tables. The body is not an ashtray. When we smoke and you inhale and you thump the ashes, that becomes a part of your body. You ever seen the walls of somebody or curtains of somebody who smoked? Brown, tar.
Stay off the weed.
Right. This is what's going on. Give me Isaiah 38. Let's continue. Read verse. Watch this. This is very interesting when I read this. Read verse 20 and 21.
Isaiah chapter 38 and verse 20.
Read.
The Lord was ready to save me. Therefore, we will sing my songs to the stringed instruments all the days of our life in the house of the Lord.
Continue.
For Isaiah had said, let them take a lump of figs.
For Isaiah said, let them take a lump of figs.
And lay it for a plaster.
For a what?
For a plaster.
What's a plaster? Anybody know what a plaster is? Right. Let them take a lump of figs and lay it for a plaster upon the what?
Upon the boil.
And what happened?
And he shall recover.
You see that? The fruit, the vegetables, the thing that came out of the earth was used for what? Healing. But it's been reversed. Now is what? Food for death. Let me show you one more. 2 Kings 20 and 7. Let's continue. Watch this. Watch this. Read.
2 Kings chapter 20 and verse 7. And Isaiah said,
what did it say?
Take a lump of figs.
Take a lump of figs. Come on.
And they took and laid it on the boil.
Laid it on the boil.
And he recovered.
He did what?
And he recovered.
He recovered. That's why when we're doing this, when we come back to our nation and our heritage, we go back to what? The herbs. Medicine is in the ground. You see that? Read it again.
And Isaiah said,
come on.
Take a lump of figs. And they took and laid it on the boil. And he recovered.
And he recovered. You see that? Give me Psalms 104. Watch this. Stay away from the doctor. If you ain't got a shot or a cut or something you can maintain, stay away from the damn doctor. They're not for us. Right? Right. Psalm 104. Watch this. Psalm 104. Psalm 104. Let me look at it. Watch this. I told you everything of the earth is for us. To keep us. All the earth is ours. Right? Read verse number 9.
Psalm chapter 104 and verse 9. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over.
Start verse 6.
Verse 6. Thou coveredest it with thy deep, with a deep as with a garment.
Let's get more context. Verse 5.
Verse 5. Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever.
Read.
Thou covered it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains.
Continue.
At thy rebuke they fled. At the voice of thy thunder they hasted away.
You see that? At the voice of thy thunder. The thunder is a voice. This is almost what the children of Israel heard at the mountain. This is why they want to hear it no more. Continue.
They go up by the mountains. They go down by the valleys unto the place which thou hast founded for them.
Continue.
Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over it. That they turn not again to cover the earth.
Continue.
He setteth the springs unto the valleys which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst.
Continue.
By them shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation, which sing among the branches.
Continue.
He watereth the hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works.
Continue.
He caused the grass to grow for the cattle.
He causes the grass to grow for the cattle, for the food. Continue.
And herb for the service of man.
And herb for the service of man, because the herbs, plants, animals are for our service, to serve us. Continue.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth. You see that? But when our ancestor sinned, he flipped it. He changed it. Now everything comes up is designed, is food designed for death. You see that? Give me the oil. We're going to talk about the oil right now. Give me the oil. I sent you a video. Well, all of them. Give me the oil. Give me. I sent the video. I think it's the first video I sent. I think. The promise. No. I think it's the first video I sent. Y'all watch this. Check this out. Yeah, that's it right there. It says the world's healthiest oils. Don't you know that canola oil and vegetable oil have a toxin that comes from motor oil? Right? They bleach it. Watch this. Go ahead and play that. We fry, baste, top a lot of our food with what? Oil. We deep fry our food in oil. Olives. Not olives. Our salads are drizzled with oil. Right? It depends on what you want, but let's get into it. Let's see what makes the oil unhealthy.
Can I say this before you start? I know he said avocado oil, man, but if you just going deep in details about all the oils, like all of them, Minister.
All of it is garbage.
All of them.
See, the best oil is the oil that the Most High gave us. What oil did he give us? That's the best. Period. That's why it was grown in abundance in our land. Forget the avocado and peanut. Give me olive. It got to come from the right source. Go ahead and play that. Watch this.
Let's talk about the healthiest oils to use when you're deep frying, okay? Now, the oils that you should avoid when deep frying are the unsaturated type, because those are very unstable and they oxidize very easily, especially when you heat them. And that would be the soy oil, the canola, the corn, the cottonseed, the sunflower seed oil, the safflower seed oil, as well as the peanut oil. And so there's a certain chemical compound that's created when you heat or fry these unsaturated, very delicate oils.
Stop.
It's a bit of a mouthful, but...
Did he say peanut oil? He did, didn't he? Peanut oil is one of the seed oils. And the unbalance, he's going to show you the unbalance in it. It's the heat. Something that's made good for you can be transformed into something that's bad for you if it gets past a certain heat level. That's right, a certain temperature. Once it gets past that temperature, it reverses its effects. Play it some more.
It's advanced lipid oxidation end products. Now, and these are compounds that have negative effects on your heart, and there's even a chance that it can increase your risk for getting certain types of cancer. And some of the effects are more damaging than consuming sugar.
Stop.
There's also a study that I included down below that
it's almost worse than consuming sugar. And we thought sugar was bad. African Americans, we consume more oil in our food than sugar.
Yes, sir.
Anybody in here eat from fast food places? Do you know what oil they using? No, you don't. Do you know how many times they didn't use that oil over? Do you know how many times they didn't recycle oil? Do you know that? Anybody? Your potato chips got oil on it. You know what kind of oil is it?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Your fruit and vegetables are waxed for preservative or to preserve it for longevity. You know what kind of oil was it? No. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Right? They're saving money. They're saving a lot of money. And this food is killing us. We must change the diet. Real quick, Ken, come on. Right. I woke up in the middle of the night and thirsty and wanted a snack. And normally it's something salty. I give me a bag of chips. You know, I like the dill pickle chips. But they coat it with oil. You know, we don't know what kind of oil it is. We have to change the diet. Right. Continue.
Demonstrated that it can slow down autophagy, which is the recycling of old damaged proteins in the body, and your mitochondria. So that's not good. All right, so here are the best oils to use when you're deep frying things. Coconut oil or palm oil. Some people don't like to use palm oil, then great, then don't use it. Use coconut oil. Tallow, that is fat from beef. I recommend doing the grass-fed beef fat versus the grain-fed beef fat because it's going to be healthier. Tallow is an ingredient that we used to use way back. It's loaded with vitamin B3, niacin. It's a good fat to fry with. Number 3, ghee, not butter, but ghee. This is clarified butter. They filter out all the solids and they get rid of those, and you're just having this pure fat. It's a very good fat to fry with. Number 4, olive oil. Now, even though the olive oil does have some unsaturated fats, it seems to be okay for cooking as long as you keep it below about 400 degrees. And avocado oil is another oil that you can fry with that seems to be fairly stable. But these fats will not turn into this compound, and so they're more stable. So they're not going to oxidize as fast, and they're going to be safer when they're heated. All right, thanks for watching. Before you go, if you have a question about
go ahead and get that out. I sent a screenshot, Ezra, on meat, red meat. When you go to a grocery store, food for death. When you go to a grocery store, when people go to the grocery store, all the people go to the grocery store, they're not going in there and they're not going to clean out all. Some of that meat going to be left on the shelf to sell for tomorrow. Why is that meat still red? We're going to deal with it. I sent you a screenshot, King. Let me send it to you again. I'm going to send you this. I'm going to send you one more time just to make sure you get this one. It's the one I'm sending right now. Play that. No, not that. We're gonna get to that in a minute. And I'm gonna try to get to through most of this information that I can. I might not be able to get through everything. Watch this. It's a big right there. Now watch this. Check it out. Meat should not last red that long. Why is that meat still red and fresh looking? After 2-3 days, what's making it? What's going on? Well, yeah, but we still bad, don't we? Yeah, we still bad. Go ahead and play that. Food for death. You better watch what you eating. If you can afford it, and if you can afford it and you are willing to wait the time, go to a butcher. Get your meat cut directly off the bone. Right. We have to rid ourselves from pre-packaged meat, ground beef, all this. Folks with money don't shop like that. Costco is for the middle class and upper class. They got a butchery in the back. Take your time and wait for your cuts. You might have to pay a little bit more, so be it. Play that. Watch this.
You look at red meat in the store. I mean, how is it still red like that? What is that red stuff on it? You see, they put a preservative on it. You know, blood turns brown. So how is the meat red? You see, it's sitting on a piece of styrofoam. You know, styrofoam is basically formaldehyde in plastic, you know, put together. And this is actually getting in your system too. You look at red meat in the store.
Now, I want a video. Go ahead and load the video up for me first, and then we'll get a precept. Watch this. See, we eat too much, we're too greedy, and we're not recognizing the plain, obvious things that's sitting right in our face. I never thought about that. Why is that meat still red? Come on, King.
You gotta touch on, can't let that slip past. He said formaldehyde is the foam plat. Formaldehyde is what they pump dead bodies with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right.
don't let that slide.
Right. And that makes sense when the Most High said, we eat food that's sacrificed to devils. No, to the dead. Go on down. There's a video I sent on meat. I think it's one of the first ones. It's a video. Yeah, it's actually a YouTube video on meat. That's it. Now just go ahead and load it up. I want to get a precept first. No, matter of fact, go ahead and play it. Go ahead and play it. Let's get it. He's saying, why is it still red? He said they add preservatives. They add more than preservatives. And we go home and just cook it like it ain't nothing. And wonder why we sick. We getting cancers and all the right. All that. Let's go to the lower of the low. Get them folks, everything that died of itself, get them that. Since we didn't want to keep the commandment, the rich of the rich is going to observe that commandment. And they're going to give you the garbage. Send it to Big Star. And we think it's fresh. Right, everything. Go ahead and play it. Watch this. I'm going to try to get through most of it.
When you buy meat at the grocery store, you look for steak that's bright red because it looks the freshest. But many supermarkets use a special gas in packages that keeps the meat looking fresh for much longer. The process is safe, but Lisa Guerrero reports some people think it could be misleading consumers.
Looks bright red and juicy, but this piece of meat is not safe to eat. Believe it or not, it's been sitting out for 11 days. So how could it still look so fresh? It's because it's being packed and gassed in a special process that most people never heard about, using a harmless amount of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which keeps the meat looking fresh and bright red.
Stop.
How long through the...
But what the hell, boy?
Have you ever went to the grocery store and seen a pack of chicken or a pack of beef and the package looked like it was bloated like a balloon? That's gas. That's gas. Poor folk, we don't think about that. We see a cheap price and we buy it. You see that? And then we should know something. It got a date on it. It's a date on the food. Continue.
This process, can you make a piece of meat continue to look bright red?
To look red. A long time. A long time.
2 days, 3 days?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Weeks.
Dr. Ed Mills is a professor of meat science at Penn State University, and he says the color of the meat doesn't necessarily indicate it's fresh.
The consumer can't believe their eyes.
Because the consumer can't tell to look at the product that this is 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old. They have to look at the sell-by date on the package.
To demonstrate how well carbon monoxide gas works, we left 2 cuts of lamb out at room temperature. One was gas-packed, the other no gas. After a few days, the untreated meat turns a dark, unappealing color. But the gas-packed meat stays red, even after being left out for 8 days. The only visible sign of spoilage is the package puffing out and a bad odor when opened.
You see that?
We had the meat analyzed in a lab, and it's no surprise that both cuts are loaded with bacteria.
Probably after a few days in room temperature, it's not fresh, but it looks fresh.
Without refrigerated storage.
Stop! You can't make this up. Take it back a little bit more. We gotta be careful of what we eating, y'all. Go ahead. We're feeding
Cuts
our
are
families.
loaded with bacteria.
Probably after a few days in room temperature, it's not fresh, but it looks fresh.
Without refrigerated storage, I can't assure that the product is safe to consume.
A consumer can't look on the ingredients here
No.
and see that there's gas added
No.
to this package.
No, they'd have no way of knowing it.
John Nicolai heads a union that represents butchers in New Jersey. He thinks meat should be fresh cut in stores by trained butchers.
Tell the consumer, put up a big sign saying, "We do not cut any fresh meat in this store."
He told us to talk to this
Watch
union
this.
butcher in New Jersey.
All of the meat that I see here in this display wasn't actually cut here. No.
Stop. Costco's is the only store I know of that has a actual team of butchers in the back. Kroger don't. Well, some Krogers. Right, Melton, right, some over there. But a big stars ain't got no. Come on now. And then even if they do have a butcher, we're not looking at them in the back. I want to see the meat being cut. Take it off. Now give me Daniel chapter 1. Ain't no way around it. Give me Daniel chapter 1. Food for death. He said, and then in that meat, it's bacteria. I'm scared as hell to go to a Kroger's now. Yeah, I'm still gonna go. No, but what I'm gonna do, I'm thinking about is going to Costco. I got a Costco card. I'm thinking about going to Costco and get my meat freshly cut. And have them wrap it up and take it home. Oh, yeah. That scares the hell out of me. To get that meat, and I don't have a laboratory at home to see how much bacteria is on that meat. I don't have that. Right. So I would rather go to Costco's and get my meat cut, right, and freeze it. Right. I would rather do that. And I hope you would do it too. It's a little bit more money, a little more time, but it's more healthier, right? Daniel chapter 1. Daniel knew this. Read verse 5.
Daniel chapter 1 and verse 5.
Read verse 4. Watch this.
Verse 4. Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored.
He wanted kids or young men in whom was no blemish. Come on.
But well favored.
Come on.
And skillful in all wisdom.
You see that? Skillful in all wisdom. And we know who he chose. He chose a few Israelites who were skillful in all wisdom. Let's see what he was wise in. Continue.
And cunning in knowledge.
Uh-huh.
And understanding.
You see that? And understanding what?
Science.
Science. Watch. Continue.
And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace.
Continue.
And whom they might teach the learning and the tongues of the Chaldeans.
Watch this. Read verse 5.
Verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat.
Oh, of the king's who?
Of the king's meat.
The king's meat. America's meat. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat. How many of us eat meat every day? You eat every day? Who eat meat every day? Meat, chicken, beef. Okay. A daily portion of the king's meat, read.
And of the wine which he drank.
Continue.
So nourishing them 3 years.
Continue.
That at the end thereof they might stand before the king.
Read.
Now among these were of the children of Judah. Daniel.
He's a man of wisdom.
Hananiah.
Man of wisdom.
Mishael.
Man of knowledge.
And Azariah.
Man of knowledge. Let's see what they did with their knowledge. Read verse 7.
Unto whom the princes of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name Belteshazzar.
What's your last name under this slave master? You ain't got to say it. Continue.
And to Hananiah of Shadrach.
Come on.
And to Mishael, Meshach.
Continue.
And to Azariah, Abednego.
Watch this. Read verse 8.
But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's meat.
You see that? He said, this wise man said, you know what? I'm not, no. After seeing what we just saw, you're going to still divide yourself where I can't afford it, king. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat. Continue.
Nor with the wine which he drank.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
Move on down. I want verse 12. Read verse 12. This 12 is what I want. Yes.
Verse 12. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us posts to eat and water to drink.
Posts is fruit. Vegetables. I love vegetables. Vegetables. Posts. Vegetables. Right. Don't you know we've been eating meat so long that we think we can't survive off meat. We think we can't just survive off vegetables. You can. You don't need meat. They told you that. The wise servant said what? Give us pulse to eat. And what?
Give us and water to drink.
And water to drink. But we got to have Fagos. We got to stop giving our people that stuff too. We got to stop. Food for death. We're killing our people. Kool-Aid. Jungle juice. Hey, look, I love Kool-Aid too. I love ice cold. But it's not good. It's not good. You need to get you a juicer. And buy you a bag of oranges or some cherries and make you a pineapples. Come on, King.
You gotta be careful too with the vegetables, unfortunately, because there is something that exists called GMO.
Well, you're not gonna escape. You're not gonna escape it.
Unfortunately.
Right. You're not gonna escape it.
Yeah.
Get like the House of Chicago. They grow their own stuff in the backyard. Carrots and all kind of good dainties. Come on, quickly.
Yeah, and actually, you know, even with the apples and the fruits and stuff, they wax the fruits. That's why they're so shiny in the stores.
I sent you another video. It's a screenshot of apples. He said apples. You think the apples in the store is fresh? Give me them apples. Where them apples at? We're going to read something real quick. What's these apples? If they doing apples like this, we can only imagine what else they're doing with our fruits and vegetables. Watch this. Your apples, read that. Yeah, hold on for a minute. Watch this. Apples. Anybody here like apples? Mm-hmm. Me too. Apple sauce and apple pie, apple butter, apple juice. You got that, King? Go ahead and read that.
Your apples are a year old.
Say what?
Your apples are a year old.
Scroll down. Let's read some of that.
The produce you buy in the supermarket or grocery store is not fresh.
Say what?
It's not fresh.
Read.
With many items like spinach, the leaves may have been plucked no more than a few weeks ago. But with many others like apples, the fruit's probably sat in cold storage for a year before making its way to the supermarket.
It says like apples, but with many others like apples. I'm going to read it again. But with many others like apples.
Oh man, oh man.
So it's not just apples. Read.
I thought this was common knowledge.
Uh-huh.
But in a recent Facebook discussion in which many readers chimed in with incredulous statements like, a year old? No way. I realized I was wrong. This information is not common knowledge.
This information is not common knowledge. This is why we must possess this knowledge. Take that off. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Already spoiled. That's fresh. Fresh. We don't have it anymore. Food for death. What other video I got there? Give me the next video. Give me the next video. Yeah, give me that one. Give me that one for everybody who like going to these fast food places, especially McDonald's around the corner up in Fraser, always packed. Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna eat McDonald's. I'm gonna go Wendy's or Chick-fil-A. It's the same stuff. And Zaxby's. It's garbage. It is. Watch this. Play that. Watch this. This is science. What? Meat. Watch this.
Science meat. FDA approved science meat, of course. It was grown in a vat instead of inside an animal's body. And I'm about to chow down on it.
Let's head on in.
Okay. This isn't like a soy-based fake meat. It's real meat made from real chicken cells. Right now, dozens of companies are trying to figure out how to grow meat in unconventional ways, and it's beginning to work. Why do this? Concentrated animal agriculture takes a huge toll on the environment. And with the demand for meat expected to skyrocket in the next few decades, well, it's a big problem.
Stop.
Meat is
I told you earlier, it's not enough chickens being raised to supply all these chicken places and grocery stores with chicken. So we're in a famine, and they're hiding it. In order to beat that, they got to grow your food in a lab. Go ahead. You better stop going these fast food
for
places.
thousands of years, and the demand for it is doubling.
We have to come up with ways to be ingenious and give people what they want in a more efficient package.
We can meet this doubling of demand with a production method that is safe, sustainable, a lot more humane. So the question is, why don't we need an opportunity like this to be explored right now with urgency?
What if we could grow most or even all of the meat we need with a much smaller impact? What if we could make healthier meat? Or meat that was otherwise impossible to get?
Science is about asking questions that you don't know the answers to. It's about recognizing the limitations of society that you have at the time that you must overcome. And what is the science telling you?
This is Hard Reset.
Fast forward a little bit, and let's get to the part where he eats it. You can watch this later on how they manufacture. They grow it, and they can grow this meat quicker than an actual chicken can grow. Alternate science. They can genetically create an egg, harvest it, grow it, and give it to the consumer. Go ahead forward some more. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, Keep going. This is crazy stuff. Keep going. I was going to bring a chicken video to show y'all about, but I don't want to hurt your feelings on how they do this. Stop right there. And play that. Stop going to these food places.
For most chicken is fried.
He's about to eat created
So that's the breakfast
chicken.
sausage, the ground product. Is that correct?
Yep.
The only
And
animal product in there.
And in this video, they predominantly create breast meat. You want to know why? Most sandwiches, breast meat. Continue.
Is chicken cells. Oh my gosh.
Your breakfast sandwich.
Thank you. All right. So this is my first bite of cell-cultivated chicken.
This was also, apparently, my first bite of solid food. Oh my goodness, there's at least 3 pounds of cheese in my beard. I promise you, I do know how to eat. I'm just not sure what happened this day.
That tastes really good. How much was in my mustache is what I want to know.
Quite a lot, as it turns out.
How much does this cost compared to an equivalent product at a restaurant? Our goal is to put it at about 30% or so price premium to start with. Okay. We have
No, please don't zoom in on. Please. Ugh, finally. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Uma?
The cost of making this inevitably will be cheaper than conventional, but that's going to take time as we scale.
Right.
And I think that sweet spot is going to be hard to exactly predict, but it's going to be 5 years plus.
So here we have our upside chicken pot stickers.
Amazing. I'm going to go ahead and cut into this guy. It tastes really good.
Apparently, my vocabulary for describing food is limited to really good.
It's really good. This is really good. It's really good.
That's why I'm not the one handing out Michelin stars, folks.
Watch out. Chick-fil-A. It's really good.
I'm so very articulate. Anyway, the food we ate was delicious. But let's be honest, even a coffee mug that has been breaded, deep-fried, and served with a nice runny egg would be pretty tasty. So I made a point of trying the meat on its own, without all the extra stuff, and yeah, it tasted really
That's your
good.
packaged chicken.
You can definitely see the fibers in there. It tastes
Yeah, thank you. So that's your packaged frozen chicken meat tenders at Kroger's and wherever place. You can get them grilled, like breaded. The grill is genetic modified. They're telling you right there. Like chicken nuggets, it's right there. They're telling you that there's not a demand. There's not the demand for this meat. They can't give it. Just by growing animals, they can't reach the demand that society needs. How many chicken spots we got in America? Think about the world. In America, how many chicken spots we got? Everybody's selling chicken. Look at the chicken that Sister Ruth and Judah slaughtered at Tabernacles. Those little bitty wings versus the one we get at Kroger's. Huge. I'm telling you. How can you tell what's genetically, scientifically created in a lab versus real chicken? You can't. We got to change our diet. We got to go back to the old school. I'm telling you. Take that off. Give me Sirach 13. Sirach 13. Now, Ezekiel 4 and 13. We haven't went there yet. Yeah, Ezekiel 4:13. We got to do something, y'all. And some of us are going to continue to go to these places because it is addictive. It's quick. It's convenient. We had the time, don't want to cook. Yeah, we don't want to cook. Just stop by Wendy's and get me a chicken sandwich combo and a drink. Right, we don't want to get up early enough to actually fix breakfast. We get up late, and we go by the fast food place and get us a egg McMuffin. Right, Bojangles chicken sandwich. Go ahead, King. Yeah. Yeah. Look, they can't keep up with the demand. You didn't have this many chicken places back in the day. You might have a few, Kentucky Fried Chicken, or even KFC. But now, hey, real quick, type in real quick, King. All restaurants that sell chicken. Yeah. All restaurants that sell chicken. It don't matter. Yeah, chicken tenders. Yeah, just say chicken. Just say chicken or chicken tenders. It don't matter. We got to be careful. Look at that. Now, there's just a few of them. Let's name them off. Name them off. Let's see.
Other restaurants?
Yeah, let's see the first. Just name them.
Fast food chains. Chick-fil-A. KFC.
Come on.
Popeyes. Louisiana chicken.
Go on.
Raising Cane's.
Go ahead.
Jollibee.
Uh-huh.
El Polo Loco.
Come on.
Culver's. Chipotle. Elevator Burger.
You see that?
Panera Bread.
You see that?
Barbecue chicken.
It's a lot of those chains. That's not even 10% of chicken places. Gus's. Hattie B's. Everybody selling chicken. Go back to the precept. Y'all crazy. Sirach 13. No, Ezekiel 4. Ezekiel 4. 13.
Mm-hmm. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13.
Read verse. Because it's either the Bible is lying or somebody deceiving us. Read verse 9.
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 9.
Come on.
Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches and put them in one vessel and make thee bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side.
Right. He's demonstrating the number of years that Israel shall be in captivity. Israel and Judah, if you read it in context. Continue.
390 days shalt thou eat thereof.
Come on.
And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be weight.
Thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be in weight. What does that mean? It means you're not going to have the desired weight of meat. That's what the Bible says. But it appears in society that this is not happening. Question. They say it's a shortage on chicken eggs. Where chicken come from? So if there's a shortage on chicken eggs, why not there's a shortage on chicken? Things that make you go, Read on.
And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight. 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it.
Read.
Thou shalt drink also water by measure.
Come on.
The sixth part of it hin. From time to time shalt thou drink.
Read.
And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes.
Read.
And thou shalt bake it with dung. That cometh out of man in their sight.
You're going to bake it in dung. Read.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Stop. You're eating defiled bread. You don't know how they're cooking it. The grease old, recycled. You're going to eat defiled bread. Give me he said the water. Give me Memphis water. It's a screenshot or a website. Memphis water. It should be on there somewhere. Right there. Watch this. The water in Memphis. Arsenic in water. We're going to find out what arsenic is. We take baths in it, wash our hair with it. Some of us even drink it. Yep. Arsenic in the water. What is arsenic? Health. I want health effects. Yeah, right there. Arsenic is in the water. Let's see. Matter of fact, go back up and read the highlighted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I'll go back down. This is Memphis, y'all. This is Memphis, Tennessee. Go down past the highlighted. Right there. Health effects of arsenic.
Health effects of arsenic. Short-term exposure. At high levels, arsenic can cause immediate effects, including nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and a decreased production of red and white blood cells.
Now, if you have a decrease in red and white blood cells, and you're eating food that causes cancer, 1 + 1 is 2. It's over with. Continue.
These symptoms can manifest within a few hours or days after exposure. If you suspect you've been exposed to arsenic through your drinking water, contact your doctor immediately.
Long-term exposure.
Long-term exposure. Chronic exposure to arsenic has been linked to increased risk of skin, bladder, and lung cancer.
It's an increased risk of skin. How is it increased on your skin? You're taking a bath in it. This is in Memphis. Do you know how people in the rural area get their water? From wells. You're taking a bath in it. Defiled. We got to get the hell up out of here. Continue.
As well as heart disease.
Heart disease.
And diabetes.
Come on.
Long-term ingestion can also affect skin color.
Skin color?
Causing lesions.
Come on.
Or even gangrene.
Gangrene. Come on.
These risks make it clear that detectable level is a cause for mitigation.
For mitigation. You see that? Give me the video I sent. I don't want a lot of this, but I got to bring this week, and I'm about to end, y'all. But I want y'all to see this. It's a guy by the name of Mike Adams. Yes, the health ranger. I sent you the one I want up there. The health ranger. He began to expose the things they are doing to black people. He said it straight up. He got so much exposure, they removed every last one of that man's videos, or the videos that we're going to watch right now. They removed it from YouTube. We found it on Facebook. Now, we're going to bring this out today. We're going to do another class, Father's willing, on Passover and dealing with the blood again, and we're going to bring him back out. Mike Adams. And then I'm going to bring out about 2 or 3 more precepts, and we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, I put it on the on Group Me, because there's a specific one I want to get. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. So I'm going to save that one. It's another one. I sent a link to it in Group Me. Yeah, it's a Facebook. It might be one of that might be there. It might be there right there. That's it. Now, what I want you to do, Ezra, is I want a small portion. We're going to end with this. Start at point 27:30. And we're going to move on through this. I'm not going to show all of it, but you need to watch it later. This is unbelievable. He tells you straight up, they trying to kill black people. He was removed from YouTube. Anybody know who Mike Adams is? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. This is class. Check him out. They've removed this dude. This man was a whistleblower. He told it straight up.
And when they're all injected with mercury, which is what happens because thimerosal is a mercury preservative still used in vaccines given to pregnant women in America and given to children in America. The white babies can clear out the mercury very quickly and they suffer little or no damage most of the time. The black babies, the mercury continues to circulate in their bodies and brains for days or weeks, sometimes months. And they can be permanently harmed and brain damaged, and they can be made autistic, and it is happening every day in America. And the vaccine industry went to Congress several years ago and got absolute legal immunity granted to their entire industry for any vaccine listed on the childhood immunization schedule. So if you're a black mother, a black father, your child, perfectly healthy, normal, has a great future, and that child, let's say they're 2 years old, you take them in to get vaccinated because the doctor told you to vaccinate your children, right? You get that child vaccinated, sometimes 48 hours later, boom, that child's brain damaged for life, autistic for life. And you can't sue the manufacturer for their faulty product because Congress conspired with the vaccine companies to grant them all legal immunity. You can't even take your case to court. The U.S. Supreme Court already ruled on that. You can't take your case to a regular court. You have to go to a secret vaccine court run by the vaccine industry that denies almost all claims. And even then, by the way, even though they deny almost all claims, the vaccine court has paid out over $3 billion to victims of vaccine damage that were proven to have been damaged by vaccines. If the truth about this came out, and if families of autistic children, especially in the black community, were able to really take their cases to court and seek justice through the legal system, it would bankrupt the entire pharmaceutical industry, which is what should happen, by the way. The vaccine industry specifically allows damage to happen to black babies. And that's if they survive abortion. You know how hard it is to be conceived as a black child and make it through gestation and be born alive and not be murdered, and then to make it through the vaccines, and then to make it through the psychiatric medicine and everything else. It's incredibly difficult just to survive.
Stop.
And that is on.
Watch this. Move a little forward. What's the time step on that right now? Okay, that's good. Move to 3830. Watch this. This is insane. This has been going on for a long time. But it's a part of the curses. It's a part of the curses. We got to get out of this place. Sterilize a sterility drug in food is hinted. Right? Stresses need to curb population growth. Right? Right. Play that. Watch this.
Authored by Gladwin Hill. That's his name, Gladwin Hill. He's the author. You can look this up. The article is entitled, "A Sterility Drug in Food is Hinted." The article cited a scientist named Paul Ehrlich, who's a depopulation advocate, as well as the chief science advisor for then President Richard Nixon. And his name, the science advisor, is, Dr. Lee Dubridge. And he said, quote, listen to this quote very carefully. He said, quote, "Population control should be the prime task of every government." Here's how they were going to accomplish this. This is all in the New York Times in 1969. I've reprinted the article on naturalnews.com. If you want to see this, you can read it for yourself. You can convince yourself. I'm not making this up.
This your babies, our babies,
okay?
Our people.
He said, quote, "The addition of a temporary sterilant to staple foods or to the water supply would be the way to achieve mandatory infertility."
Stop!
Did you catch that?
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? How many of us got, we call our family members, they're a little slow. They was born a little slow. This why. This is real. How many of us have an autistic brother or cousin or family member? All of us. All of us. All praise to the Most High. It's all right. All praise to the Most High. But you got to be quiet, sister, okay? All praise to the Most High. This is found. She can relate. A lot of us have these issues. Maybe not on that level, but you eating the same food, drinking the same water. You have a certain level, right, of retardation. Oh, absolutely. Continue. Right.
In 1969, they called for secretly inserting sterilization chemicals into the food supply and the water supply to depopulate the planet. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's in the New York Times, 1969. Same year we landed a man on the moon, right? Advanced technology. What do they want to do with it? They want to exterminate blacks with it. Now, notice they called for adding this covert sterilization chemical to the food supply and the water supply. Well, what has happened since then? Lead poisoning in Flint, Michigan.
Stop.
It's a damn.
If you haven't seen the documentary, watch the documentary. I got one more time stamp. We're going to get out of here. Give me 43. Y'all watch this later, man. Mm-hmm. Man, look, this is the roll we ate. It was sweet. But when we swallow it and digest all that we know, it was sour in the belly. We can't believe it. That they're doing us like, yes. Yes. Christ said they hate you, they're going to hate me, they're going to hate you. And the more melanin you have, the worse you are. Go ahead.
From this fact that this genocide is taking place right now, today. It's not 1932 Tuskegee experiment anymore. It's more advanced. Now, it's not just one vector killing black people. It's 5 or 6 different vectors. It's in the food, it's in the vaccines, it's in the medicine, it's in the psychiatric drugs. Oh, and let's get to the food, because this is the final chapter of this that will absolutely shock you.
Food for death.
Now, you're hopefully aware of genetic engineering of the food supply, right? They're called GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. This is an advanced science technique to alter the DNA of food crops in order to build in certain traits and physical properties or even chemical properties that the scientists want to put into the food. Now, I'm going to explain to you how your food is now being weaponized as an extermination vector to eliminate black lives. All right? Now, I'm a food scientist. I'm the author of Food Forensics.
Stop right there. You watch it later.
It achieved the no.
I just want to show you that. Now, it's not only black people. It's all other people. But we are the undesirables. I sent you a link to Margaret Sanger. We're going to read something. We are human. She called us human weeds. This is what she said. Hillary Clinton endorsed it. She got the Margaret Sanger Award. Yes. Right. Right. These things affects the body. It affects our bodies different than anybody else. All of us eating it. Black, Hispanics, all of us eating this food, but it affects the ones with melanin a little bit more. If you can't play it, if we can't read, don't worry about it. We can just read the heading. You can look it up later. We just read the heading, and you can look it up later. Boston Herald, check this out. We're human. They look at us as undesirable. This is why Planned Parenthood is in most predominantly African American neighborhoods. We're undesirables. This is what they call. Read that at the top.
Walters, eliminating human weeds at the root of anti-birth measures.
Go down. Don't worry about it. Take it off. But at least you did see the statement of us being human weeds. We're nothing. Rid the earth of them. Now, before we go to the last 2 or 3 precepts, I sent you something that Matt I wanted me to share with everybody, especially everybody who shop at Costco's and these grocery stores. He wanted me to share this with you guys, and I'm going to share it with you. It's a small short, but he wanted to be here, but he wanted me to show y'all this. I'm going to send it to you now, Israel. Check this out. I just shared it. A Costco t-shirt, a Costco chicken t-shirt. I think he's Jewish. Watch this. Yeah, he knows something. Watch, he knows something. They know what we don't. This is insane. Get our babies eating this garbage. And it's physically making them retarded. Keep them away from the hospitals, clinics. Go home and cook. Go home and cook. Boil some beans, pintos, black eyes. Put some onion in it. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom. Cook, damn it. All this fast food, this garbage, is killing our people. And the black, so-called black woman has the ability to give her family life or death by what she presents to them. Food. Go ahead and play it. He knows something. Why we don't know this?
You know who I am. I don't want any trouble. I got 5 chickens. I don't want any LED on them. None. Scan my shirt 5 times, buddy. 5 times.
Need the Costco card.
He's serious.
That's a regular credit card.
I need the Costco.
Okay, hold on. I got one.
I don't know.
Here you go. I don't want to charge it on this card. I want to put it on this card. Scan it.
I think he's a TikToker. I think he's a TikToker.
He's serious.
Scan it.
I did.
Okay. Done.
Like,
Sir, I told
He said, all right now, I don't want no trouble. I got 5 chickens. I want you to scan my shirt 5 times. I don't want no LED on my food. He was serious. Look up LED. What is LED? Right. I mean, it was hilarious. But right. Who out here eat microwave food? Yeah, I know I do. I gotta stop. Worse. Look up LED. And I got 2 precepts. We're gonna go ahead and go home. I thank y'all for bearing with us. But this is very important. We're gonna leave here and eat. Go to McDonald's, take your butt home and cook. Chicken fillet and all this garbage. Go home and cook for your family. Go ahead and give me the LED real quick. Yeah, what is LED on food? LED on food. No, just type it in for me. What is LED on food? Y'all pay attention. We gotta be careful, y'all. I know we can't truly separate ourselves from it, but we can change our diet. Change your diet. Food. Hold on. Yeah, blow that up for me. I think, what is it? Yeah, no, what is it? Yeah, we can do the effects too. Oh, yeah. So blow it up and read that so we can get up out of here.
LED stands for light emitting diode. A technology used to preserve food and improve food safety. LEDs are a non-lethal alternative to traditional food preservation method.
Bull crap.
Non-thermal.
Bull crap. It's going to affect everyone, but it's going to affect us a little more differently. The number 1 people are women that suffer from breast cancer. Israelites. Number 1 men on the planet that suffer from of prostate cancer. Israelites. Oh, yeah. Colon cancer, etc., etc., etc. We got to change our diet. Right? Our last precept. Let's go ahead and get these 2 precepts so we can get out of here. Food for death, man. Food for death. Food for death. Give me Sirach 37:27. It's for all the meat eaters. All this meat, no vegetables. Meat. Where the vegetables at? Chicken, steak. Where are the vegetables? This is what a wise man said. Daniel, he said, we don't want the king's meat. Give us pulse. Vegetables. Sirach 37. Come on.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life.
Read them again.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life.
In your life, you need to prove and test yourself to see what's good for you and what's not good for you. If you know in your heart that fast food is bad, you got to learn it in your life and stop it. How many of us, don't raise your hand, how many of us here, even online, that buy more fast food than we cook at home? Don't raise your hand. If that's you, read again.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life.
Leaving work, sneaking, eating. Let me go ahead and eat this 3-piece before I make it home. Let me go and get this Burger King real quick before I head to the crib. Read again.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life.
Continue.
And see what is evil for it.
Read.
And give not that unto it.
Don't give yourself over to you. Know that's bad for you. It's hurting you. Stop giving yourself over to it. Continue.
For all things are not profitable for all men.
Read.
Neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
Read.
Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing.
You know that word unsatiable? Give me the definition. I looked it up this morning. It was insane. Unsatiable. I got a screenshot, but we don't have to worry about it. Just look it up. Be not unsatiable with anything. You know, we can't go on Facebook and YouTube and all these reels without seeing recipes for days. Oh my God. They got chicken, fried chicken. They even put cheese on it and pepperoni. I'm like, ooh, I want to fix that. Ugh. Right, lasagnas and all these different, come on. They won't choose, somebody is telling you to do something. Read that.
Unsatiable means something is impossible to satisfy.
What? Come on.
Something is impossible to satisfy.
That's right.
Or that someone is constantly wanting more of.
Ooh, nothing satisfies us. We want more. Go back to the precept. Gotta have more. I don't just want fried chicken. Give me some fried chicken with the cheese on it and add some pepperoni to it. Right.
Hell no.
Now watch this. I did this for years. Who in here used to fix spaghetti with ground beef and all the onion, pepper, tomato, and then fried chicken? Chicken and beef on your plate. Continue.
Be not insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meat.
Who greedy on meats? Meat. I want a steak. Where your meat? Yeah, I know I mean food, but I'm using chicken today. I want chicken wing, chicken tenders, chicken thighs, off the grill. Be not unsatiable. What's that? Unsatiable. Satiable, I say I'm right. Unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats, food. We need, I heard my brother say this morning, we need to move back, start eating once a day. Who can do that? Oh, I gotta have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Who can eat once a day? A nice meal. I know I can do it. Right. One day. Get you a big bowl of soup and some bread or some cornbread. Eat one salad. But somebody taught us that. We got to have breakfast, lunch, and some of us snacking in between breakfast and lunch. And then we snacking in between lunch and dinner. Right, our bodies show it. And then we're eating midnight snack. All right, now. Continue.
For excess of meats bringeth sickness.
Excess of meats bring what?
Sickness.
Food for death. Too much meat, too much food can bring sickness. This is why some of our what's the word in our body? Our immune systems are so weak. You eat. Right. We haven't even, it's a word called, toxemia, something like that. You guys say, you know what that is? It's waste. Some of us still carrying around last week's dinner in our body. You still walking around with it. Read again. Right. It's a part of you. And we wonder why we out of shape. Even some of us who are not overweight, you can't breathe. I'm one of them. That's why every Sunday I got to be out there. Now we jogging now in Ezra. We speed walking. Yeah. Burning. Getting that heart rate up. Getting it pumping. Yeah, thunder thighs. Read.
For excess of meats bringeth sickness. And serving will turn into choler.
What's choler? Bacteria. Sickness. Choler. Y'all, is food for death. What's wrong with cabbage? Greens. Beans. Green beans. With a little piece of turkey meat in there. Woo, Lord have mercy. What's wrong with it? Now I want chicken wing. Now I want them just honey gold. Fried wing. Now I want a roast. Burgers, fries. That's making you sick. That's giving you them thunder thighs. You can set a fire down there. No, I mean, anyway. What's cola? And we're going to get through this. What is it? Cola definition. Y'all, we all got to do better. I got to do better on lunch. We have to do better with what we consume. We prove that your food is your medicine. Your food is your medicine. You sick, you probably got to check what you're eating. Check what you're eating. Right, it all goes back to what you're eating. Continue.
By serving have many perished, but he that takes...
By serving or being greedy, many have perished or died. Read.
But he that taketh heed prolongeth his life.
But he that taketh heed is going to prolong his life. You want to prolong your life? Take heed to this. Stop eating so much. Stop buying food on the outside and go home and cook. Maybe that will make the relationship a little better. Sisters, when you go home and, babe, what you cooking? Well, I got some beans and some onion in it, or whatever it is. She took her time to make it, and then she served it, right? And brothers also, we got to cook too. We got some amazing chefs around here that can put some stuff together, right? Last precept, we're going to get out of here. Give me Sirach 31:12. And we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for being chill. Start at verse 23. Watch this. Watch this. No, I'm sorry. Chapter 30, start at verse 23. Watch this. Watch this.
Sirach chapter 30 and verse 23.
Read.
Love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein.
Stop. You know what food does? You're eating like that because you're stressed out, tired from work. You're sorrowful. And when people are sorrowful, they eat. They're sad, they eat. Yeah, I'm tired. Ooh, I'm tired. Eating. Continue.
Envy and wrath shorten the life.
Say what?
Envy and wrath shorten the life.
Read it again, Joel.
Envy and wrath shorten the life.
Continue.
And carefulness bringeth age before the time.
Woo. Read.
A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
Ooh. Read that again.
A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
Say it again. Say it again.
A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
Diet! Diet! We eat too much. This is what the scriptures say. Diet! We don't want to fast. We don't want to walk. Just eat. Come on. We got to stop. You want to be around here for your kids. You want to be around here for your family. Food for death. It ain't food for health no more. It's for death. You want to die early? Cancer. Sugar diabetes. High blood pressure. Come on now. What we going to do? You going to diet? Sirach 31. Read verse 11. Read verse 12. And this is it.
Sirach chapter 31 and verse 12. If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it.
Stop being greedy. Stop. Stop being greedy. Ooh, that smells so good. We do it. We can't even wait for the food to come in off the grill. Off the grill. We can't even wait for the food to get off the grill. We out there with our hand like this. What's the bar? Tell you online, I do it too. Yeah, man, we had Uzal so mad. We had Uzal so mad at one of our first fruits. Boy, he like, man, don't come to this grill no more. He never somewhere, throw your little wing or something, a little piece. Yeah. Read it again.
If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it.
Come on.
And say not, there is much meat on it.
Man, look, it's plenty of meat up here. Give me one wing on that, man. We'll be all right. I'm just hot off the grill, bro. Continue.
Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing.
Woo! Wicked eye. Ooh, man, chicken wing. Chicken. Now the menu say 3-piece whole, 5-piece whole, 10-piece whole. What we get? Give me that 10 piece. Give me that 20 piece. Continue.
And what is created more wicked than an eye?
What's more wicked than an eye? Continue.
Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion.
Continue.
Stretch not thine hand whithersoever it looketh.
Stop stretching your hand out everywhere your eye going. Everything you see, you want it. You got 20 pair of shoes, you still buying shoes. 20 dresses, I gotta have one more. Brothers, our clothes, car. You done had one car wash. I got to go back to car wash. Everything we see, we want. Covet. Continue.
And thrust it not with him unto the dish.
And thrust it not into, well, what verse you at? All of us do this. And thrust it not with him into the dish. Greedy. Continue.
Judge not thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point.
Oh, continue.
Eat as it becometh a man.
Eat. Read that again.
Eat as it becometh a man.
Moderately. Stop being greedy. How many of us have dinner and then get up in the middle of the night and go in the refrigerator and eat a cold chicken wing? Stop it. Stop. Stop it.
You nasty.
Read it again.
Eat as it becometh a man.
Moderately. Moderate. You got a whole thing of snack cake beside the bed. Big old bug them jump.
Oh, my stomach bubbling.
My stomach bubbling. On the side. What them cakes called?
What they do? They little coffee cake, they little apple junk. Eat a whole box. A whole box gonna tell everybody. You want some of these?
Stop it.
Swiss rolls.
You better stop it. Stop. Read it again.
Eat as it becometh a man.
Eat as it becometh a man. Continue.
Those things which are set before thee.
Read.
And devour note. Lest thou be hated.
And what? Right. Come on. And devour what?
And devour not. Lest thou be hated.
Man, oh, bro. Look. We ain't finna invite him to dinner. I ain't gonna eat everything, bro. He gonna just put $5 on it. He gonna go in there and order every damn thing. Read.
Leave off first for manner's sake, and be not insatiable, lest thou offend.
Be mannerable at the table. Don't be greedy. Save some for somebody else. Yeah, get one. When we get to Passover, I'm going to bring this out again. All you need is one piece of lamb. No, that's greedy. That's not a part. Look, I'm just putting it out there. That's not a part of the ceremony, right? Well, if it is, I mean, so we can debate about that. Right, we can debate because it did say get enough lamb to feed your household. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Come on, real quick. On the mic.
Considering what we just seen on the videos concerning the lamb, right? Do we buy the same lamb from them people? Costco? I mean, because that's how it comes.
Like, we'll talk. Like but if it come like that, if it come wrapped up, you best believe we can get it cut. Or get the whole lamb.
Get the lamb.
At least we can see.
Okay.
At least we can see. Look, I understand we in captivity and our defiled bread. We can't run from it. But at least we can see, can we get a whole lamb or get them cut it up? We can see them cut it up. We might can do that.
Okay. Cause right
here, cut it fresh. Instead of having that gas in it.
They sit on that foam plaster. It has formaldehyde in it.
Right. And you never know. That lamb could have been sitting a whole week. Right? Continue. Let's finish.
When thou sittest among many, reach not thine hand out first of all.
All this speaking about being greedy. Read.
A very little is sufficient for a man.
Read that again.
A very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured.
A very little is enough for a man well nurtured. Just a little bit.
That's a cut.
Just a little bit. You don't have to eat all day long. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. You don't have to have that. A very little is enough. And then on top of that, you don't want to go exercise. I'm tired. Them chicken wings. Them chemicals. You remember back in the day when you was small, like in high school? You remember them days you was in shape, fit, feeling good? You remember them days? Hold a picture of your back days when you back look like you was 18, 19, 20 years old, and then show a picture of yourself today. What? Big change.
Oh, damn.
Read it again.
A very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured.
Continue.
He fetches not his wind short upon his bed.
Farting, fucking the room up, and then have the nerve to hold your wife's head up under the sheets. You better stop doing that, you nasty. And the wife do it too. She'll fall and she'll fling the covers like that. Yo, stank it. Get out of here. Woo. Lord have mercy.
Damn.
Yeah, she go in the bathroom and blow it up and said, I'm going in about 5 or 10 minutes. I just tore that thing up. Oh, look, I won't tell you. Like, what the hell is this? You gotta taste it? What the? Continue. Let's get finished. Continue.
Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
That's why you keep getting up, getting that snack. Because through the day, you was eating all day. Now you can't have a good sleep. Continue.
He rises early, and his wits are with him.
He can think. He on point. She on point in the morning. Woo, I'm feeling good. Because moderate eating. Come on.
But the pain of washing and choler and pangs of the belly are with an insatiable man.
Are with a unsatisfiable man. Continue.
If thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest.
And go vomit. Throw up. I think that's it. We're going to stop right there. We can go on, but we're not going to go on. Read verse 22.
Verse 22. My son, hear me and despise me not. And at the last thou shalt find, as I told thee, in all thy works be quick. So shall there no sickness.
No what?
No sickness.
No what?
No sickness.
What?
No sickness.
Read.
Come unto thee.
Last verse 23.
Who is liberal of his meat? Who is liberal of his meat?
Ooh, oh, this is good. Come, read.
Men shall speak well of him.
Say what?
Men shall speak well of him.
Man, you in shape. Ooh, but you look good. Man, your skin glowing. Man, what you doing? Well, I'm doing. Bro, I want to go with you. They speak well of him. Not that thick, brother. They might say, bro, what are you eating at? Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Read on.
And the report of his good housekeeping will be believed.
It will be believed. It's going to be believed that, yeah, I'm working out, I'm eating good. We're going to believe you. Continue.
But against him that is a niggard of his meat.
Oh. Read.
Of his meat, the whole city shall murmur.
Shall murmur. Nigger. Nigger, come on.
And the testimonies of his niggardness shall not be doubted of.
It shall not be doubted of. Finish 25, we're going to be done right there.
Shoot not thy valiantness in wine.
Drinking too much.
For wine hath destroyed many.
For wine hath destroyed many. So we all have to make some adjustments. Every one of us has to make adjustments. All of us have a wicked eye here. All of us are in the same position. Don't look at me crazy. Look in the mirror. Con? We're going to continue this another time. We pray y'all strength.
Con.
Brothers and sisters online, we thank y'all for laboring with us and waiting and enduring. But we're going to end this on this note. Food for death. Watch what you eat. If you've been sick lately, you might need to change your diet. Change what you've been eating. Cook at home more. Right? All praise to the Most High. I'm Akwayalia.
Tomorrow.
Ezra's on the 1 and 2. Let's give Ezra a round of applause. Ezra been doing this thing, bro. On the screenshots, the media department, he's really come a long way, man. And that's real good. He's doing this thing. We got Solomon on the 2s, the 3s and 4s. He's under the weather. Y'all pray for his household. Until next time, we bid you shalom. Let us know when we off, Ezra.
Yeah.